Hey gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm sitting here with my client David. We just finished a bootcamp program and he was also part of my mentoring training. So in this video we want to talk about the experience. So David, just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what do you do, and what's brought you here.
Yeah, I've been living in Serbia for the last year.
Nice.
And then Phil reached out to me online, talking a bit about the issues I'm having socially, not really going out so much, and my inexperience with talking to girls, and basically just like the lack of confidence was the main thing that I was interested in getting better at. Yeah, and then after a bit, you convinced me to come over here to Mexico and do a boot camp, which is a big jump for me, but it was really fun.
Just to get into that, there was a big crush for your comfort zone, right? Because it was like the first time you traveled alone and you come from Europe to Mexico and you were like a little bit insecure in the beginning and then also when you arrived here. But then now, what would you say, how has your life changed?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot more confident.
Yeah.
Just kind of doing things on my own without being kind of led around, being told, oh, you need to do this, and kind of being kind of scared to kind of manage my own life.
Yeah.
And I guess socially as well, just, you know, not scared to talk to people that I don't know, just everything's nice, relaxed, you know, non-threatening lifestyle.
And how was your background before you started the program? Like, how was your social life, your dating life, stuff like that?
So I went to like an old boys school, so
Okay.
I think that was the first step for me, not having a great social life, especially with the girls.
Yeah.
And I kind of kept that going into university. There was some socializing with girls, but nothing really outside of class or anything like that. So I think it wasn't really so much a lack of being able to talk to girls or people. It was just I kind of just set my life up, or didn't set it up to be social, and I kind of just kind of kept in my comfort zone, kind of status quo. But then I was realizing this is not really much life for me, so I was like, gotta make something change. So
So you did a 4-day group training also with Lucas and Gali, 2 other guys from Switzerland. And so tell us, how was the program structured and what did you learn and what was like the best thing that you learned about all this?
I mean, I like the day game model. It was really effective, you know, like pretty much like every time. Not pretty much, but like, I mean, with the yes girls it was working, and then no girls, they don't, you know, they're not really interested, but that's all part of the program. So I really liked actually implementing it and kind of like being the scientist, experimenting, like, okay, that didn't work, this didn't work, but just being really like positive mindset, not being like, oh my God, she rejected me, I can't live with myself. It was all kind of just a fun, you know, kind of learning experience. And I think, you know, you and the other guys had a really good attitude. It wasn't ever like, oh my God, what did you do, or something like that. It was always really, really positive. And even when I like completely like ruined the set, it was just like, next one, like I mean, there was always something to learn, even if she was like a no girl. Like, okay, I picked up some interaction. I'm like, everything's an experience and learning. So it was really good.
So for you it was basically more about like implementing the day game model. I actually provide like a step-by-step, word-by-word model, right? It works. It's just like I'm giving it to you, you watch the theory online and then you implement it, and then somehow the girls react really good. And but also the voice and tonality training and the body language training. You said you had like a little bit of a stifled body language, or maybe because you've been shy for a long time. What would you say? How did that help you?
It just helped me kind of relax a bit, and kind of every time I'm walking, I'm kind of, you know, standing up straighter or trying to talk a bit louder instead of like this, and no one can hear me, you know, and just being more relaxed, you know, just in social groups and all that. Just who cares, just, you know, kind of talk how you want, and not have to be you know. I mean, I didn't feel so shy, but it was just definitely like, it was just like how I was talking. I'd never really opened up, and
speaking with filters a little bit as well,
exactly,
right?
kind of scared to like offend someone, and not so much, but so right now it's just like, I don't care, everything's good, everyone everyone's in a good mood. If I like, everyone fits into my frame how I want them to. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Okay, anything else about that?
Yeah, I was just a bit robotic and so just kind of loosening and everything like that. I mean, it's really good. It's just like you just feel better when you're going out instead of this like you're like in a dangerous environment and you're like, and your body language just portrays that, and then it's like a negative feedback loop, and then you're like, you go out like this and you're like, oh, everyone's looking at me. It's like, well, of course, because you're walking around like this, like you're gonna get stabbed in the back or something. So if you're relaxed and everyone's like hi, then you feel better, and then it's like a better experience.
Yeah. And also, when you go into these social interactions with a more positive mindset and you expect things that they're working well, then you also get a lot more results and better results as well. And what was really interesting with you, since you didn't have much experience, but you just said you come here and you're gonna do what me and my team is telling you, and you just like implemented it, and then it somehow worked, right? And then you went on 2 instant dates. And you danced with some cute girls at the club, also when we had the VIP table, and the results came really quickly. You got phone numbers, Instagrams already on the first date, right? Yeah. And how did that all feel for you when you suddenly made that happen? And also lastly, when you met that cute girl, like
yeah, I mean, it was like kind of like with a lot of things, like when you're like looking at online and like how to act and stuff, it's always kind of too good to be true, or it's like, oh, it's not that simple. But it was really effective, like going for the day game model, and just when you guys are saying, I'll just talk to the girl, say this, and like have this body language, have this like mindset, and they just react well. There's like a good feeling. It's just like, especially when I was starting, I was just like, that wasn't so good, but this was good, and then I was just kind of adding each like little thing, and each time is better and better and better. Yeah. I mean, you get some girls that have different reactions always, but as long as you're having that good reference experience from like the last time when it went well, you kind of just have in a good frame. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter if you have just like, oh, that girl was not interested for X, Y, whatever reason, and then on to the next one, no biggie.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just looking up the sticking points that we've been working on with you. So basically in the beginning, so what was good, right? You didn't hesitate, so you implemented really quickly. Also, you had the motivation and the willpower to get this done, because also you have to be proactive. If you want to get good with girls, no one is going to do it for you, and you just said, hey, look, you're an expert, I'm going to listen to you, we are implementing this, and then the results came really quickly, right? Yeah. And also, you learned like how to do like storytelling and how to talk to the girls and all of that. That was really good. And in the beginning, when you look about this, like you didn't speak loud enough, you were hesitant, you were standing like too far away from the girl, and all of that stuff. Yeah, so basically what we did, we released the tension in your body language, we unstifled the body language, we taught you how to use your voice louder and how to speak more clearly and everything. And what did you like about the day game model?
I liked the kind of just how to approach and like all those little things that make the set good. And every time I missed one, I always like, and the interaction kind of felt kind of off, I'd be like, I missed to do one step, but it was always obvious like what it was. It wasn't like, oh, what? Like I wasn't like always confused or like, oh, having some idea like, oh, they don't like me, I'm not charismatic or anything. It's always just like, oh, I missed that step or I forgot to do it. Especially when you're starting, you're not in like the mindset yet, you do like 2 or 3 and you kind of get going. I found that was really interesting as well. Just like when you go to the day game session, it's just like you don't really feel like talking to girls, and then it's just like 1, 2, and then it's just like jumping around. It's like no problem. It's like no hesitancy, no nothing after like 2. It's really, I found that really weird because I was like, this is gonna be like me like pushing through it like the whole time, like being like, oh no, I don't want to. But I mean, even the first time it's like not so bad, and then especially when it goes good, you get like, well, I was alright, and then next one, Yeah, exactly. So especially when you go out and when you talk to girls, if it's in bars and clubs or even in shopping streets or wherever, when you are too much in your head and you don't want to do it, and you're hesitant and you're shy and you don't feel good, you're in the working mindset. But then when you go out and when you talk to a few girls or general, you just socialize, then it becomes so much easier really quickly, right? And then it actually starts to become fun and you want to do it, and also the girls react really good, and it's just really nice.
Okay, so what would you say about the structure of the program? Did you like it? Did you feel like it was building up? So you built the skill, or like how did you feel about building the skill? Because when you came here, you were a little bit shy and maybe a little bit awkward in social interactions, but you lost that pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, I think I lost like the majority of like the nervousness probably from even like the first day, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we were like setting up for the first time, and I was like, I was just like dreading it so much.
Yeah.
And then we went and then we did like some, like
The
some
comfort zone
yeah, the
crush
comfort zone
exercise.
crush, just like some wacky kind of things to do in public. Not like crazy or anything, but just kind of walking like this. But I've kind of did this pretty naturally. I was just like, especially because I don't live here, I think that was like a bit easier for me. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know anyone. Like, nothing to be like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I'm gonna walk like this, and she's gonna like pepper spray me. I'm gonna cry in the middle of the street, you know. So
Yeah,
I was
like-
just, I mean, that's the type of thing that like when it gets in your head, you can like
Yeah.
overthink. Oh, she's gonna punch
Yeah.
me. I'm
When
gonna
you-
cry or something. It's
Yeah,
like, what's
like-
gonna happen?
Assuming like bad stuff that
Yeah.
is going to happen when you approach
I mean, the
a girl,
worst
but-
is like that ever happens is she goes like, what? And like walks. That's like, I think that's the worst reaction I probably ever had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, nice. Did I write down anything else? Yeah, so generally, how did it feel to work with me?
Yeah, I mean, it was really good. I liked kind of the way you took me out, and we're just crushing set after set,
Yeah.
and just implementing the day game model pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean, you're kind of just there to push me along, and I think the feedback was really good. I think I was
Yeah.
really implementing every time when you're
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, you didn't do this like so well, but this was good, and you did this," and I'm like, and then pretty much as soon as you said that, I'm trying to add
Yeah.
that in. You're like, "Oh, you're saying a bit far," and like you should be about this close or something like that, so you can have the
yeah,
I guess be closer so you can touch if you need to, whatever,
yeah,
and
exactly.
all that stuff. And especially with like the stopping the girls and stuff like that, you're like, you know, look at them do this. And I was like watching how you were doing it as well. When you're like, okay, I'll show you, like, because you're doing like this or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. So, what would you say? How did your life change?
Yeah, I mean, it was a big eye opener, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, because you can see people do that on, you know, videos on YouTube and just like, I don't know, man, or something like that, or like, oh, it's not for me. I don't have like the charisma.
confidence,
Yeah,
the charisma. I'm not
Exactly.
that kind of guy. you
yeah. I
know,
mean,
that-
you don't have to be so like crazy, like energy, like jumping around or anything. I mean, there's that style if that's your character, but you can be
Yeah.
a bit calm as long as you're implementing day game model. You can be that kind of like pretty quiet guy. I'm still like a pretty like serious kind of like down to earth kind of guy. I'm not like
Yeah.
jumping, being like, hey guys.
Yeah, you're not like the super
Yeah.
high energy guy
Yeah,
or anything. You're more like
exactly.
the little bit more relaxed and
Yeah.
chilled guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you implemented the day game model, you became more funny, more
Yeah.
witty. You know, you knew what to say, and also the social skills, like leaving pauses in the interaction.
Mhm.
That happened really quickly for you, right?
Yeah, because I think for me, I was kind of nervous with like just socially talking to people, and I'd be like, have that what do you call it? That like silence. Like I was just like wanted to break the silence because like, oh, what do I say? And I was like kind of just like actually interrupting them, and they're like, does this guy know how to talk to people? So I was just like kind of pausing, and then actually it was like doubly good because they were like, why is, like they're more interested in me, and they're like kind of had like a relaxed tone. It's like I'm not trying to rush. I'm not like I got all the time. Like
Yeah.
yeah, so it was actually really good. That was just
Yeah.
kind of talking a bit slower and being more interesting instead of they're just like, what's this guy want? You know?
Yeah.
So
Okay, nice. So, what would you say? Who is this for? What did you say? Who should do it? What kind of people is this for? And yeah, just maybe put a little bit more to your mouth.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty much a working remote IT guy, pretty much just work, sleep, repeat type of guy. So if you want to, get better interactions with girls, and also for me, just socially, because I was very like not going out and really unconfident. So there's that as well. So even if you're not super like, oh, I want to meet girls, but even if you just want to be more confident and kind of stop being really antisocial and stop, looking at people being like kind of jealous of them when like they're at a party and like you start talking and then they start like someone else like comes in and everyone just kind of ignores you because you know, like you don't have that frame, you don't have that confidence. So
Yeah.
you're kind of, yeah, it's not really a reflection of you being a bad person. It's just kind of, you're not really putting yourself out there. You're not really confident in yourself, and then everyone else isn't really interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for guys who want to become more confident,
Yeah.
more charismatic, who want to
Yeah.
learn how to talk to girls, all of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Exactly. And just make life not as serious, like socially, because
Oh yeah.
yeah, because that was me. I was just like, every time like I had to go out, I'm like, I kind of had to like put on like a bit of like a like a smile and like a kind of fake persona just to like be able to get through it. So it's just kind of relaxed, kind of you get to actually be yourself pretty much.
Yeah.
You are implementing and kind of doing a day game, but I wasn't really changing my personality so much.
Yeah.
I was pretty much just being myself, which is
Yeah.
a lot easier.
You become more of yourself, you
Yeah.
become more relaxed in your own skin,
Yeah.
and yeah, you just become more confident in general, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, great. Yeah, so that was the testimonial interview with David. Thank you very much. And yeah, if you are interested in working with me online or in person, then what I want you to do right now is that you apply for a free consultation call with me and my team, and we are going to call you, find out if and how we can help you. And then, my friend, just apply and we talk soon. Thank you very much for watching.